Hey guys, Debbie from Resin Hut. So super excited guys. Look what arrived yesterday. This puppy is 15 centimeters across and 12 centimeters up. What I love about this mold, which was different from my square one, and remember I said when I made it, it warped slightly because obviously Jesmonite is heavy, is this has got a solid plastic around it, so it's going to keep the mold and everything in place so it doesn't warp. What's lovely about it is for cleaning purposes, well, I think you take this out first. I think that'll be a bit easier. So you've got your bottom piece, you've got the silicone, and then you've got your base, and you'll see with the base it's got the holes in the bottom, the grooves in the bottom where it fits into. So take that out afterwards, give it a good wash with warm soapy water, and voila, it's back in business again. Absolutely, I'm so impressed with this mold, guys. I bought this off of Amazon and it was £19.37. I will put the link in below because I've learned how to do that now. But anyway, the plan today is, because it takes a whopping 700 milliliters, as you guys know from my previous videos, or if you don't, I always double it. I just don't find the 1.75 works on the biggest scale. So I'm going to be mixing up two separate batches. So it's going to be half and half. So as you guys know, if you don't, I'm obsessed with blue and grey. I'm going to do the blue and grey chips in half of it, and the other half I'm going to put a really faint blue in and do the other half in the blue so it ties it all in together. Guys, I'm so nervous but so excited to do this, and I think I'm going to be holding my breath this entire video, guys, because it's a lot of Jesmonite to use. I am also going to be doing another video with the same mold, but I'm going to use the grey granite with the AC730. Now I know that straight away with the AC730 it's going to take a substantial more than double. But for today's video, guys, that's the plan. So I'm going to get everything measured out, and I will be back with you in a sec. I will be using some retarder for this because I'm working with larger quantities and I just want to have that little bit of extra time to play with. So I'm most probably looking at about 4 grams of retarder. So guys, hold tight and I'll be back. Okay guys, so I'm back. So I made a little bit of a mistake straight off the bat. I've put the color in, and obviously, as I said, I wanted to put the terracotta or terrazzo, sorry, chips to the bottom and the color on the top. And I very stupidly put the color in here, realizing that I've done it the wrong way around. Unfortunately, I haven't decided to use my retarder for this. I just thought I don't really need it because I'm doing it half and half, so it should be fine. But it's going to unfortunately have to be the other way around because, well, because I made a mistake. Simple as. But there's no mistakes in art. That's the way I look at it. So I'm just going to pour this straight down the side first. And hopefully that should fill it. I'm so annoyed at myself. I can't believe I went to put the colour in and then realised this is supposed to have the chips in. But never mind. It's still going to look pretty, I think. I don't think it'll make any difference whatsoever to which way around it is. I just thought with the base being such a big base, I think a lot of the chips are going to go to waste because they're going to be underneath on the base, and that's the reason why I wanted to do it with the chips at the bottom. Sorry, the chips at the top, sorry, not the other way around. Oh, I'm losing the plot here, I really am, guys. Yeah, because the pot is upside down at the moment, obviously. But yeah, so what I meant to say is I meant to put the chips at the top so you would see them more, and then put the solid color at the, well, you guys, sorry. I don't work very well. I don't multitask very well, guys. I'm getting myself in such a tizzy here. I should have just put the retarder in and done it that way. But you guys know what I mean. I wanted to do it the other way around, basically. So, this is so easy to bang. Right, guys, I'm going to be back in a sec. I'm going to carry on banging. I don't think you need to sit here and listen to me banging. I'm going to mix up the other half. I don't actually think I'm going to need as much, but I know that it's obviously got to come right to the top, so that's where a lot more, I mean, I think it was only like sort of that much that when I did it with the water, thinking it would only take like another sort of 50 mils, and it took like, I think it was like another 170 mils just to go from the base here up to the top, because I forget it's so wide. Anyway, guys, I will be back with the next color with the chips, and I'll show you. I will be back. Okay, guys, so I'm back. Sorry, guys, I'm so tongue-tied today. I can't get my up from my down and my down from my up. But basically, what I was trying to say earlier is I would like to have done this the other way around. So the chips were at the top and the color was at the bottom. I just really wanted to do it that way around. So it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, I've got a little bit left, as you can see. So I'm going to just pause you for a second and just quickly grab something that I can throw that excess into. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, guys, I'm back. So I'll just show you this little, I'll just bring you down. It's just one of the coaster holders that I had handy. I quite like this one because it's got the little wood piece that you put around to keep it, also to keep it in check. That one as well, I think I got, I'll double check, but I think I got that off of Amazon as well. I think you get that, and let me just wipe this out, and then you get the one coaster that goes with it. I've got quite a few of these smaller square coasters, but I do like this because it comes out so beautiful, and then you can fit your coasters in. And I've been wanting to do this anyway as a set, and with me still having quite a few grey and blue chips over, I'll just do 4 of these little coasters, which won't take a lot of Jesmonite. Anyway, back to the masterpiece. So it's all done. I've shaped it and bounced it so much I feel like my arm's going to fall off. So if there is the odd little bubble in there, then so be it. That's what I'm going to say, and that's how I'm going to leave it. What else? I was going to tell you something else, guys. Oh yes, my partner's still working on the vibration pad. He ran a few tests a couple of days ago, and everything's looking really good at the moment, guys. So really hoping that I won't need to lift this big boy up. I can just stick it onto the vibration pad and let that do the job for me. But I will, guys, as I said, I will keep you updated as to what the final result is and what the final cost is going to be for that. But as I said, a lot cheaper than the ones that I've seen. Like I said in my previous video, I think they're like 220 or 240 pound each, which I thought that was ridiculously expensive. But as my partner said, there is a lot of work that goes into it as far as the balancing and things like that. So anyway, guys, I won't carry on. I will, oh, I just spotted a bubble there, guys. I will leave it at that, because obviously I haven't put any retarder in this. It shouldn't take any longer than 20 minutes. I can actually feel the bottom layer already getting really hot. So that should set this one off quite nicely. Otherwise, guys, I will be back in a millisecond for you guys, and I will be back in 20 minutes for me. So see you in a sec. Hi guys, so I'm back. So I'm just going to take this one out first, and I'm hoping that it's come out without any bubbles. So far so good. Obviously you do need to sand this to get the chips out, and it's come out absolutely perfect. Really happy with that. So obviously just break off all the bottom pieces, and even without the sanding, because there were so many chips in there, they're showing without even sanding it. So there you go. And that obviously you just put your coasters and just come out beautiful and smooth. There's a few little pinprick holes in there, but really not worried about that. Obviously needs a really good sand at the bottom. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. Now, let's pop this to one side. Now, I don't know if you'll notice, but I've taken out the little plastic screws on the side. I wasn't quite sure how to take this out, so I'm assuming you would take the bottom out first, but because I've never done this before, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I think that one's, there you go. So that's come out really easy, and then the two sides have come off. Look at that. So much easier, guys, when it's, you get a better quality mold. So let's flip that the other way around. And this is where my heart stops when I pull this out. Oh wow, it's actually the chips are actually on the bottom of the pot as well, on the inside, which looks absolutely beautiful. Not that you're really going to see that if you're going to be putting a pot plant inside. I will give that a wash. Oh wow, didn't quite turn out half and half, guys, but you live and learn. It's more like 1/4 and 3/4. Now what I'm going to do, just have a look on the inside. Really impressed with that. It's really come out beautiful. I know, like I said, I always say, I know my eyesight's bad, but I think I didn't mix this blue one enough, because there's a few little spots on here. But what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to just let it cool down for still really hot. I'm going to let it cool down for, say, 10 minutes. I'm going to take it downstairs. I'm obviously not going to sand on the inside, but I'm going to just give the outside and underneath a sand. But what do you guys think? Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm really happy with it. I would have preferred the half and half, and I can see a little bit of the blue has sort of run in here, but you know what? I'm still really happy with that. There's no big bubbles. And I do think it's definitely down to this mold. The quality is just so much better than the flimsy film. You know what I'm talking about, the normal white or pink silicone that you get. This is like a rubber almost. I would actually say that's rubber, not silicone, but I could be wrong, guys. Anyway, guys, I'm going to take this down to the garage and give it a quick sand, just to bring those chips up underneath, and give it a sand underneath, because it's a little bit on the rough side, to say the least. But I will be back and I will show you the finished product. I don't know if you can see, this camera's going to pick it up. There's sort of like a little bit of a blotching going on here, and I think it is because I might have been a little bit lazy with mixing, because I put the colour into the liquid before I put the powder in, and because I was using my own mixture of blue, it wasn't dark enough, so I then used the darker blue, and I think I didn't mix that properly with the, put my teeth in properly with the blender, and there's sort of little, like, sort of darker shades of blue that are coming through. But all in all, guys, no bubbles, no holes. Really happy with that. So I will leave that for a few minutes, guys. I'll be back with you in a sec, and I will show you the finished product. Okay, guys, so I am back. I have I shouldn't be touching this really. I've just put a coat of my normal resin protected onto the inside and the out. I haven't done the underneath yet. I actually have got a few little minuscule holes in this, and as always I still seem to be getting a lot of holes in the bottom once I've sanded, so I've got a feeling it's just the bubbles are sitting just underneath the top layer of the resin, so I think I need to blow a little bit more with my straw on that. But obviously it looks a bit patchy at the moment because it's just drying there. I should have maybe waited for it to dry first before I brought you guys back. But guys, what do you think? Obviously minus the wet patches at the moment while it dries. As you can see inside, I've put the protected inside as well. What I'm going to be doing with this is painting on a very, very small amount of epoxy resin inside. I'd mostly use something like my coatie for this. Now, the reason I'm doing this, quite a few people on the website, on the Jesmonite website, has been asking about making pot plants with the AC100, knowing that obviously it's not a waterproof product, not like the AC730. So if you are doing something like this, a lot of us guys, we've sort of transferred over from the epoxy resin to the Jesmonite. So I'm not sure if you guys have got any epoxy laying around. I mean, you can pretty much do it with any epoxy resin. It doesn't have to be the coatie. So I'm going to be very nervous when I do that, but I'm just going to do a very, very thin layer, not even necessarily up the sides, just sort of about a quarter of the way down. I'm just going to coat, well, I can't get my words out today, guys. I'm so sorry. Let me say that properly. When you mix up your epoxy, obviously you wait for the bubbles to go, and when you're going to actually coat something, leave it until it starts getting, just before it starts getting too hot. So basically when the reaction starts, it's going to be a lot thicker and it'll generally stay where you put it. If you do it straight off the bat, it's going to run and it's all going to accumulate at the bottom. So if you are going to do something like this and you're going to use your epoxy resin as a coating agent, wait until it gets hot, and as soon as it starts getting hot, quickly paint just, I'd say, 3/4 of the way down, because generally when people water their plants, they're not really going to do it sort of past sort of that mark there. Don't know if you can see that. Blue gloves, blue pot, doesn't help. So yeah, so to me, I just found that's the best way to do it. As I said, I'm going to do this as well with the AC730, and then I'm going to do the acid etching on that as well, so you can see it. I haven't decided, actually I was talking about the grey granite, but I haven't decided whether I'm going to stick with the grey granite or go for the white marble, or even do a half and half. I don't know. I might be brave, guys. Anyway, I am talking way too much, guys, and I can't even get my words out tonight, so I apologise if I've been a little bit higgledy-piggledy in this video. I will leave it there, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed the video, minus me talking too much, as I always do. I will put the link on for this pot on the Amazon. So if you are interested in getting it, it'll be there. As I said earlier, I think it's £19.37. Obviously free delivery with Amazon. And if you did find the video helpful at all, give us the thumbs up. And if you want to join our little family, hit the subscribe button. Otherwise, guys, I promise you my next video won't be so higgledy-piggledy and all over the place. But as I always say, guys, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.